It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Okay then, this is Defender on the Commodore VIC-20, being played from the Future Was 8-bit Penultimate Plus cartridge. I can just start the thing. F1 I think, isn't it? Oh, just press the fire button. Here we go. So, Defender, absolutely hard as nails arcade game that I loved back in the day and still love now. How well is the VIC-20 coping with it? I've been playing this for like a couple of minutes before I started recording. Oh, shot me humanoid. It's tricky to actually evaluate how good is this in terms of what the machine is capable and what you could reasonably have expected, well, back in the day when this was released. Now, did it say 83 on that opening screen? Don't remember. You've got a lot of stuff. You've got fast movement. When I say a lot of stuff, I mean there's a lot of stuff going on the screen. What you haven't got is super smooth movement. It is smart bomb. You have to hit the space bar for the smart bomb. It is choppy, but I think they kind of had to do that to get the speed, and given the hardware that it's running on, I think they've actually done a pretty good job. I'm amused by the sound. VIC-20 sound is, to my ears, it's kind of distorted and it's very loud. Or maybe the distortion just gives the illusion of it being loud, but it's crunchy. It's got this crunchy sound that I like. I mean, it's not up there with Atari 2600 kind of sound, but oh my god, it does the trick. And on some games it's just, oh no. I'm enjoying it, and I think that's what it's all about. Is it fun? Are you having fun when you're playing a game on a computer? I'm having fun doing this. It is, I think, a fair approximation of Defender. Oh my god. 3 of them. I've got to get whatever it is I've got to get rid of the... Oh wow, there we go. I don't think I've ever had quite... Oh god. Quite so many of those. Are they pods? What, bait? I don't know what they are. The fast things. Not the swarmers. But, oh, you bastard. We're still going. Yeah, it chucks a lot of stuff at you. Ah, bugger. We've got to be... Yeah, there we go. We're dead. Okay, we'll have another go. F5 skill level. I don't know, I'm going to keep it as it is. It's hard enough without being impossible. Bugger off, you! It's frantic. There is an element of what the hell is going on, you can't quite tell because it is choppy, but... Oh, I killed me humanoid. I like the frantic nature of it. I'm gonna get you... Oh, I wanted to shoot him and get the humanoid, but fail. Ass! Shot up the... Oh my god. So yeah, you've got all of the things you would expect in Defender, and I like that the enemy fire is big, so you can see it coming. They're big... Oh, good god. I couldn't reach my spacebar. It's not actually unreasonable that, oh crap, that you've got to reach out for your spacebar on this, because Arcade Defender, nothing fell easily to hand. You'd got buttons all over the bloody place, and you had to remember where they were, and you had to play quite a lot to develop the muscle memory to know where, you know, reach over there to press the... I'm reaching across, can you can't... enthusiasm much. Yeah, I like that. It is flawed in ways that you would expect given the hardware it's running on, but I think given the hardware it's running on, it does a good job. I enjoy it. It's loud and in your face and frantic and fun, and you can't ask for much more than that. Winning lottery numbers would be good, but okay, thank you for watching. Right, today's Q&A question is from Timothy C. Link to his channel down there, and his question is: Hi Steve, back in the days of Crash Magazine, did you ever attempt to program any of the games? Did you succeed? I never bought Crash Magazine because I didn't have a Spectrum. I think it was a Spectrum magazine, wasn't it? But I did buy computer and video games back when that had game listings in it. But before that, the first listing I ever attempted to program in, actually I didn't do the typing, I read it out and my friend typed it in, or was it the other way around? One of us read it out and the other one typed it in, and that was on an Acorn Atom, and it was it in Acorn User magazine? It was some magazine, I don't remember specifically what magazine it was, but anyway, we spent maybe 4 hours typing in this listing, and it was for a game of Centipede, and it didn't work. It was infuriating. We got it so that whatever was in the magazine, what was on the screen, you know, it was typed in exactly what was in the magazine, but obviously the magazine had made a mistake somewhere, and it would sort of run, the program would, the Centipede would come down the screen, but something was wrong with it. It wasn't playable. I don't remember if it was that you couldn't move your base, or you couldn't fire, or your fire didn't hit the Centipede, or just weird shit happened. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, 4 hours of typing that in, ages trying to debug it, and of course while we could copy what was on the page or pages, it was several pages, we didn't understand what it meant. So debugging was not a thing. We couldn't understand the code to be able to fix it. So that never worked properly. The other game which I typed in myself, which was from computer and video games, was on the Sinclair ZX81. And I didn't have a tape recorder. And it was a 1K game, so it wasn't too long, but what it meant was because I didn't have a tape recorder, I couldn't save the game. It was literally a case of type it in, play it, and when you turn it off, it's gone. So it was probably an hour, maybe 2 hours typing the game in, and the game was City Bomber, where you've got the plane that goes across the screen and then comes back on there, and it comes down a level, and you've got to drop bombs on the skyscrapers that are along the bottom to clear them so that you don't run into them. I mean, it seems pretty immoral. Flatten the city, kill all the civilians so that you don't die. Yeah. Did it work? Well, my plane flew along and I could drop the bombs, and when I dropped a bomb it did flatten the skyscrapers. Cool. But if I failed to flatten the skyscraper and hit it, say here's your skyscraper, here's your plane, my plane would just plough straight through it and keep going. It was like the skyscraper wasn't there. It didn't matter if I hit it. There was no collision detection between the plane and the skyscraper. The bomb and the skyscraper, yeah. Plane and skyscraper, no. The plane would just fly through the whole lot and reach the bottom. If I hadn't flattened the skyscrapers with me bombs, me plane did it, and just... So it didn't really work. It was amusing for a while until I realised it was pointless. I couldn't lose. Imagine that, me not losing in a video game. But it happened. It just took a broken game for it to happen. Yeah, I think that's the only one I ever remember typing in from a listing in a magazine. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again because I'm sure not everyone has heard it. When I was in school, I was about 15, maybe 16 at this point, we had this computer room in computer studies. It was possibly the best one in the county, so I was told. Networked research machines, 380Zs and 480Zs, all hooked up to this big Winchester hard drive that was just bloody huge. And we were told, program what you like, but in the lesson you're not allowed to play games. You got to do something serious and educational. So I programmed a game. It was a game, but I was programming. So it was crap. It was you controlled a pixel, not a pixel, a block. A little square block, probably half a centimetre square, and there were other blocks, maybe 2 blocks, and they would run towards you. It was like each time the code cycled, really easy stuff. If so-and-so is greater than so-and-so, then so-and-so equals so-and-so minus 1. And they would come towards you, and you had to run away and potentially pick up other objects while not getting run into by these 2 other blocks. Really simple stuff. So I got that running because it was easy, because it was crap. I save it onto the hard drive. The other kids in the room see it and they're like, holy crap, did you program that? I'm like, yes I did. So they're all sitting there playing it. And then the teacher comes in and he sees all these kids playing a video game and he hits the bloody roof. And he's like, what did I tell you about playing games? And they said, but Steve wrote it. And he's like, you wrote this? I said, yes. And he was like, well done, that's really great. Okay, you're not all in trouble now. That he thought it was awesome, I found highly amusing because it was crap. It was utterly crap. But it was just, I think he was impressed that anyone in that class could program at all, because he certainly couldn't, and he was the teacher. He was a crap computer studies teacher. It was the kind of lesson where the teacher reads the book to the class. I mean, yes, we could read it ourselves. Thanks, teacher, we don't need you to read it for us. But that's what it was like, because he hadn't got a clue, because it was a new subject and there was no teacher in that school who knew anything about computers. But he was like, yeah, I'll have a go. I got an E in computer studies because I concluded there was absolutely no point going to the lessons because the teacher didn't know what he was doing, and he didn't. So I stopped going. I didn't go to the lessons after 2 or 3 months out of a 2-year course. I was like, this is a waste of time, and I stopped going. Concentrated on my other lessons, some of which I did alright and some I didn't, but there it is. Some of the kids who carried on going actually did get their O-level, so more fool me, though nothing that we learned in those lessons then would be of any use whatsoever now, apart maybe from, well, I say, we weren't learning how to program BASIC. We were learning this strange programming language that didn't actually exist. It wasn't assembly language. It wasn't like C. I don't think C even existed at that time. It certainly wasn't machine code. It wasn't BASIC. It wasn't Forth. It wasn't Fortran. It was, I don't remember what it was called, but it didn't exist on any hardware. And I just thought, what's the point? There was no point. It was a waste of time. Yes, it taught the principles of programming, but why not teach us the principles of programming with a language that actually exists, where we can run the program on a computer as opposed to just in our head or on paper? Stupid, rubbish, meh. Stop going. Don't regret stopping going, really. Okay, I think that answers your question, and then some. If you've got a question that you would like answered in a video like this, leave a comment. Begin your question with for Q&A. Camera, come on, behave. It's getting confused by this, isn't it? Anyway, yeah. I'll shut up now. Thank you for watching.
Not without a knighthood. Not a chance. Anyway, Benway who? Oh, you lot. Hello? What? Oh, please subscribe. Thank you. Can I go now?